Because it really does suck. And it goes into a conversation that we'll have further next week, that we've been bouncing around of. It's hard being good. And the idea that, you when you care about someone, you do things without notice,
Yeah.
without having to be asked or something. But then there becomes an imbalance depending on who you're around of that.
Yeah.
That becomes real difficult to want to keep up with when it's not reciprocated. And I don't know if you know this about me. I have a major problem with reciprocation. I have a big problem. Because if I'm doing stuff for you, it should be mutual. You do stuff for me. And it's not about all the time. It's not about the amount. It's mutual, though. We're there for one another in whatever fashion it needs to be for the situation. And more times than not, I don't have reciprocation of those actions. And that bothers me. It really starts to strike my core of like, do I continue to give effort in these regards and take that pain of knowing it's not going to be reciprocated? Or do I stop something that I really enjoy doing, which is helping the people that I love, and now I have to deal with that pain on the other side? It's lose-lose, and that fucking sucks.
Yep. It was always going to be that way, though.
Why? Are people so naive to be like, yo, I just never figured, it just seemed like it was okay, and I just didn't do nothing but fuck off, bro. That's an ass excuse, and you know that.
It was always going to be that way for one reason and one reason only. Unconditional love is outside of reciprocation. It is outside of relational dynamics. It's outside.
You crying.
That's why it was always, that's why I say it was always going to end up there. Like, and then some of us were lucky enough to like have some reciprocation, and you're sometimes lucky about that. But like, if you truly unconditionally love someone, it's outside of appreciation and reciprocation. And that's why
I disagree. Because that's to say, okay, you take care of your kids, you love them, you quote unquote love them unconditionally. If they were to say something, say at 15, that really hurts your heart, that dynamic shifts, because it's like, I've done nothing but love you, and this is what you have to say to me. There's always going to be that presence on the other end of like, unconditional love is not as happy as everyone makes it sound.
My first thought is when you're like, it's not as happy, like, and this is more from me, like trying, and when I say I unconditionally love, it's usually reserved for like wife, kids, some friends.
I get that.
It is not everyone.
It's not everyone, and I get that.
But unconditional love, me doing that, I don't want to say it, like, I don't like it. It's essentially like slowly dying every day. Like, it's not an enjoyable, like, oh, I get the warm fuzzies. There's not, like, because me unconditionally loving them is essentially me giving everything that I have, whether or not there's anything that comes back. Now, what I will say, the relationships are healthy when they're both giving that level of effort. Like, so
okay,
I'm not saying like,
right.
I'm not saying like, I'm not saying that
but it becomes a reciprocation, right, of
right.
Again, it comes back to that mutual nature of
Yeah.
the relationship. And that's where, again, I've had disagreement because I'm like, but especially if it's with a spouse or something, you're not even necessarily expecting, but like, you know, in your heart of hearts, it should return to you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sometimes. And that hurts, especially when you be on your game and shit. But you know, this is one of the things that I am going to have a difficult time with in raising a child, is the idea of no matter what I do, you could still hate me at the end of the fucking day. And for that, fuck you. Because I don't deserve that. But also, you.
Well done. The light bulb. Boop.
I just related it to something. For those in the spiritual sphere, for those in the religious.
There it is.
Yeah, so that's why he's the Most High. That's because he can do it. And I strive for that daily, as best as I can. And it's like, bro, that's why you're him, because I'm not him. I try to emulate as best as I possibly can, but bro, I'm still human. I'm still of this human nature. And my flesh yearns for reciprocation. It yearns for that. And it's one of those pieces that it's so difficult. I hate it here sometimes. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not crying because I said I'm. I said I was close, bro, and I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh because fuck this. We have a guest that's gonna be coming on the show here in a couple weeks.
Nice.
And when I was chatting with him last, he had kind of posed a situation of like, bro, if I were in your shoes, I'd want to cry all the time. And I'm like, yeah. I'm constantly in a state of dizziness, nausea, weird heart palpitations and shit. And I put a smile on my face for everyone in front of me. And when he said I would want to cry all the time, bro, yeah, it fucking sucks. And the thing is, I don't have many people that check up on me in general, let alone how I'm doing with my health.
Yeah.
How am I getting by? I'll let you know right now, hardly working. I'm doing the best I can to put on a good face, but right now I'm struggling. I really am. And the thing is, it's what sucks about being bipolar is I can't stop. Once I'm here, that's just where I'm at, and I check up on people, and I see how they're doing, and it's like, but am I not man to? I know I show strength all the time, but am I not man to? Am I not a human like the rest that will falter and want to crumble? I stopped taking care of myself a couple weeks ago. I go to my appointments, but I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not eating. I might eat one meal, maybe two a day. I'm not getting out in the sun. I hardly chatting with people because I know they got stuff going on. I'm trying to manage my marriage as best I can, helping my wife through all this pregnancy. And the difficult nature of that is overloaded herself that she can't really be there for me like I need someone to be there for me.
Mhm.
And I I'm just having a hard time.
Yeah.
It's a jovial pursuit, but I'm not chasing after it right now. Check in on your friends, guys. Check in on your strong friends. They're probably struggling.
Hmm.
I know I am. Yeah, I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna call that an episode. I'll see you next week. Peace and love.